Hey guys, so yesterday I took a break from my phone, or what I call a phone fast, and I want to tell you guys a little bit about what I learned about myself, what I learned about our phones, and then give you some ideas of things to do if you want to also take a phone fast. The first thing I noticed about having a phone fast was that I was able to spend uninterrupted time with Jesus, just praying, reading the Bible, and talking to Jesus and feeling His presence. On a normal day, I have my phone just sitting right beside me, and the minute a notification comes in, I tend to look at it, and then soon I'm replying to messages, playing a game, or scrolling on YouTube. And although that's not wrong, I just felt like sometimes that causes my connection with Jesus to feel like it's non-existent. Whereas yesterday I felt like my connection was so much stronger. I felt uninterrupted. I felt like I could actually pour my heart out to Jesus and tell Him how I was feeling and listen for His voice and what He was telling me. And it was just, I feel like the best time I've spent with Jesus in probably about a year. The second thing I noticed was just being able to be in touch with how I'm feeling, whether that's happy and sad, or whether that's I'm thirsty or I'm hungry. And one thing that really stood out to me was that I got hungry so much faster than I normally do on a normal day. And I believe that's because my phone often distracts me from the real need to eat or drink water, and also can distract us from deeper emotions like sadness or happiness or joy or depression or despair, or just feeling neutral. And I think that I was able to be more in tune with what I was feeling, especially when I started to feel boredom. The third point is a very big one because it's talking about how much we use our phone. And I'm not saying just like how much time we spend or use our phone for scrolling YouTube or checking social media. I'm talking about like the everyday things that we actually use our phone for, like checking the time or checking how to spell something if you're a bad speller like me, or putting something on our calendars, or checking what the date is, or messaging a friend about getting together. We use our phones so much in that way. And I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm saying our phones are good tools to be used. And I'm not saying there's also anything wrong with checking social media or being on our phones, but it's just interesting how much we use our phone for such simple things like that. And with that, I have a little story. So to keep myself busy, I had a lot of things that I was doing, and one of them was cleaning our entryway and laundry room. And so as I was cleaning, I was curious how long I was taking, what time it was. And so I was like, oh, I'll just go look at my phone and see what time it is. And then I realized I didn't have my phone, so I had to go check a clock and see what time it was. That was pretty crazy. And as the day went on, I started realizing just how much I used my phone for everyday basic things like looking up words, checking the time, or checking the date. So our phones are useful tools, not all bad. I'm not saying phones are bad at all. And point number 4 is about just being scared of being bored, being scared of having nothing to do. And I would just like to say that being scared of having nothing to do is totally legitimate. I understand because I was terrified of having nothing to do, so I wrote myself a huge long list of things to do. But I do want to point out that later on that day, at like the end of the day, I was like, I wish I had slowed down and actually enjoyed today because it had no interruptions from any social media, or I didn't even have my messages from any friends or family. So it was relaxing. And because I was so afraid of being bored or feeling like I didn't have anything to do or keep myself busy, I didn't slow down and enjoy the day. So that is a tip I would give you, is slow down, enjoy the day, enjoy your time without any distractions. Don't try to just be all busy. Because I understand you are scared of being bored. I am too. But slowing down and enjoying it is so much more important. And if you are spending time with family or friends, it's important to be away from your phone so you can enjoy time with them because they are important people in your life. The last section of this video is going to be giving you tips and tricks and ideas if you are going to want to be doing a phone fast yourself. First, I would recommend, if it's your first phone fast, doing something doable, doing something small, starting with just a few hours out of the day where you don't spend on your phone, or start with doing just a few hours of like a social media fast, and you can still message your friends, check the time or date. As you do a phone fast more, I would say and recommend taking more time away from your phone and eventually get to the place where you totally take a day away from your phone. Now, yesterday when I took my phone fast, it was like the first day I've ever done a phone fast in a long time, and it was good, but it was so hard. Like by mid-afternoon, I was feeling very bored, feeling uncertain what to do with my life, and at that point, I just couldn't wait until it was time for me to get on my phone again. I also would like to give you a few ideas of some things you can do while you are on your phone fast. To start off, I love working out and moving my body, so going on a walk outside or doing a short workout is a great option. Also, doing a little craft like maybe knitting or crocheting something or sewing something is a really good idea. Also, baking or cooking or making yourself a really yummy drink is a good thing to do. Spending time with Jesus, praying and reading his word, or studying a part of the scripture that you've never studied before. Doing a self-care routine is also a good thing. Last night I took a bath and did some skincare and stuff, and that was so refreshing. Hanging out with friends is also a very good option of some things to do. So hopefully that helped you with some things to do while you're on your phone fast. But I also would like to say, like I regretted about my own phone fast, don't fill your day up so much that you can't take any time away to enjoy not being distracted by your phone. I wished I had taken more time to relax and enjoy the fact that I didn't have my phone with me. So I hope that was helpful, and I hope that you are encouraged and inspired to try a phone fast yourself now.